disadvantages or the demerits of political party or party system. So if you're new to this channel, please hit on the subscribe button below. Thank you. So now, some of the problems or the disadvantages of political parties. One, political parties polarize people of a country into different segments, which does not make for peace and unity among the people. Another problem which is huge with political parties is that, one, the political parties will end up dividing the country. For instance, if you look at Sierra Leone, the country is segmented on regional line and tribal lines. If you look at the APC, they will claim their own stronghold is the southeast or the is the northwest and the western area of Sierra Leone. The SLPP will tell you our stronghold is the southeast. So it means one of the huge problem of political parties that political parties polarize people of a country into different segments. In fact, which does not make for peace and unity among the people. Then the party system breeds partisan politics, which displays patriotism for party loyalty. Because of the party system of political parties, it breeds what we call partisans. Sometimes the people pay more loyalty to their political party than even the state. Then by selecting candidates who stand for elections, these candidates are imposed on the electorate, thereby depriving them of their choice. Sometimes these political parties can even choose or impose candidates on the electorate which are not the choice of the citizens. That is a huge problem with political parties, because at the end of the day, it's not all the citizens who are going to choose these political party candidate to run for an elections. It is a party that will present them to the electorate, and some of these candidates can end up being handpicked or imposed on the people. Then of course, a lot of public funds are wasted in maintaining political parties, their members, and the things that go with them. A lot of public funds are being wasted on these members of political parties. In fact, some of these parties that are being formed because of there is a multi-party system, some of them quite aware that they are not going to win an elections. But at the end of the day, you have so many political parties with a lot of resources being spent on them. Imagine the past elections in 2018, you have about 16 political parties, and most of them are not even going to win. But the government has to spend in order to maintain the existence of these parties. Then the party system makes members of the party vote according to party directives instead of voting according to their wish. Of course, the party system, what happens, it makes sure that the party members in parliament are only voting based on the directives of the political party, not according to the wish of the citizens. We've seen that many cases. When you look at the parliamentary debates, especially in Sierra Leone Parliament, it is more something of APC and SLPP, and hardly they debate issues that is of the interest of the citizens, and some of them will become more loyal to their political parties than that of the electorate that elect them. That is another problem associated with political parties. Then also, political parties breed nepotism, favoritism, and ethnocentrism, which compel Alexander the Pope to describe political parties as the madness of many for the gain of the few. So what happens with political parties? They breed nepotism, ethnocentrism, and most of these political parties will be preaching tribalism and regionalism to party members. Why? And these people will become mad. At the end of the day, it's few people who are going to enjoy the resources of the state. That was more the reason why Alexander Pope was saying he described political parties as madness of the many for the gain of the few people. Because very soon, when it's very close to elections, you see the ethnicity tribal card is being played by these politicians. You start to see a lot of conflicts, people fighting themselves, people destroying the property, people burnt down houses. And who are going to benefit with all of these lot of mad people? It's few people who are going to benefit from this. That was why Alexander Pope said political party is being described as madness of the many for the gain of the few. You also have political lobby associated with party system breeds breeds bribery and corruptions. Sometimes, even for people to be awarded party symbols, they have to lobby, and the process of lobby, they have to bribe the party chairman, they have to bribe the executive of these political parties. So it also brings bribery and corruptions. Then politics associated party systems scares away many talented citizens who consider a short political party politics as dirty. There are many citizens who will be scared away from politics, especially what happens in political parties within Africa. So many talented citizens who should have developed the state will scared away from it. Then appointment of government officials, short as minister, is based on party loyalty and not on merit, and which lead to what we call enthronement of mediocrity in a place of meritocracy. So what happened? Most of these people who are appointed as ministers, they are not appointed based on qualifications. They are not appointed based on performance of past records. They are being appointed based on the loyalty of a party. These are the party members, and I know most of them cannot deliver. So the country will still stagnate, cannot move. That's another problem with political parties. Then party system lead to the neglect of some areas in the country, especially areas that fail to vote for the party in power, which leads to uneven development. Some political parties in Africa, they will tend to develop more their strongholds that voted them in to come to power, and neglect some areas which they consider to be the opposition strongholds. So what happened? There is uneven development. You discover that some areas will develop and others be less developed, and this has led to most of the conflict in Africa. You've seen many cases, some parts of a country within Africa, they say we want to secede, we want an autonomous state because we're not benefiting from the resources of the state, and that is a problem with political parties. So having looked at the problems of political parties, we want to look at the factors which determine the electoral success of a political party. In other words, if a political party to win an election, what are the factors to be considered? Please don't forget to hit the subscribe button. So now let's look at the factors that help a political party to win an election. One, the party programs and manifesto. A good party programs or manifesto will ensure adequate support for the party at polls. Records of past performance. If any political party with an impressive record of past performance has good chances over its rivals. Leadership. The leadership of the party is also relevant in determining the election process of a political party. Finance. A financially strong political party will have enough money to engage the services of qualified personnel, organize campaigns and rallies, and produce party emblems, etc. All these may enhance the success of the party at the polls. Unity and cohesion within the party. Absence of internal wranglings or divisions or crises can ensure the success of a party at elections. Party patronage. The ability of political parties to attract the support of influential personalities or organizations in society may enhance its success. So therefore, for political parties to win an election, one, it depends on their programs, the political party manifesto, what they can offer to the citizens if they are being elected into governance. That will give them an added advantage. Even though most African countries have misused this one, the political party, because sometimes they can even present issues on their manifestos which they think they are very unrealistic, they cannot achieve them, but all to gain political goals to present them. So a good political manifesto can also offer an added advantage to a political party. The leadership of the party is also relevant. It determines the success of a political party in an elections. If you have a very good party leadership, not a leadership that is bent on bribery and corruptions, and at the end of the day they present to the citizen the rightful candidate, there is every possibility that party can also win an election. Finance. If a financially strong political party that have enough money can engage the services of qualified persons, they can also organize campaigns and rallies, and all of these involves money. You have to print party emblems. You have to travel from one district to